Why do humans swear? Okay, before you start thinking I'm turning into some uncultured, potty-mouthed individual, let me clarify. I'm not suggesting you should be dropping F-bombs like it's a normal Tuesday. What I'm saying is sometimes a swear word is not a sign of being uneducated. You can be a polite, refined person who avoids the lowbrow habits of public vulgarity and still find yourself letting out a well-timed curse word. And guess what? There's nothing wrong with that. Swearing isn't always about launching into a full-blown tirade at someone. It's like when you're extremely excited, or more accurately, kind of panicked, and all you can muster is something like, "What the heck?" It's the same as when you see something so mind-blowingly amazing or ridiculous that your brain short-circuits and you can't think of anything poetic to say. You're just left there with, "Whoa, dude, it's real, it's raw." And most of the time, it's the only way to express that jaw-dropping, no words can capture this moment. Now, let's talk about the most important human relationship, friendship. Imagine you're gaming with your buddies. Someone screws up big time, and your immediate reaction is a deadpan, "Bro, where's my pizza?" That's the magic of swearing in friendship. It helps break the tension and makes everyone feel more relaxed. It's a little stress release valve when everything else is chaotic. You're not being serious. You're not insulting anyone. You're just venting frustration in a way that gets everyone to laugh. That little joke, that swear word thrown in, it strengthens your bond. It's like a power-up for your relationship. It's a buff that makes everything more fun and less serious. And honestly, who doesn't need a little bit of humor to keep things light? So, yeah, sometimes swearing is just a way to release tension. Let's face it, life's a lot, work's a lot, people are a lot. And sometimes, when there's no other way to let it out, a perfectly timed "what the hell" is all you need to feel like you've just unloaded a massive weight. But here's the thing, knowing when to stop is key, especially when you're face-to-face with a guy who weighs more than 200 pounds and you're considering trying out some inappropriate dance moves. That's the moment you want to zip it, walk away, and not get your face rearranged for a poorly timed quip. Now, I'm not saying swearing is always a bad thing. It's like coffee. Sometimes it wakes you up, gets you going, but drink too much of it, and, well, we all know how that ends. Swearing is the same. It can give you that moment of clarity, that release you need, but use it too much, and you might just find yourself in a world of trouble. Let's look at the younger generation. For them, swearing is sometimes just a way to express feelings when words fall short. Like when you see a beautiful sunset and you're so overwhelmed by the beauty that your brain just can't find a fitting poetic sentence. All you can do is mutter, "What the heck?" That's your body's way of expressing awe without needing to force something overly articulate. It's a simple, effective way of communicating emotion. You don't have to worry about trying to sound all sophisticated when a good old "what the heck" is all you need to say. And let's be real, when you're hanging out with close friends, sometimes dropping a curse word is the best way to solidify that bond. For example, imagine you're playing video games and someone messes up. Instead of getting upset, you just throw out a casual, "Dude, where's my stuff?" That simple phrase makes the whole group laugh, eases the tension, and helps everyone just chill out. When everyone's laughing and not stressing, that's when you know your friendship is growing stronger. Swearing here acts like a pressure release valve for your emotions. It lets you unload and just enjoy the moment. No harm done. Just a bunch of friends who know each other better because they let their guard down. Now, let's talk about work and life. When life gets really overwhelming, a few well-placed curse words can do wonders for your stress levels. It's like when you're bottling everything up and you finally find someone to talk to. Sometimes You just need to cry to feel better. But if crying isn't your thing, letting out a few curse words can do the trick. It's the emotional release. You need to feel lighter. It's not always about the anger or frustration. Sometimes it's just the built-up pressure from everything you've been dealing with. Letting out a damn it or a what the hell is your body's way of saying, all right, let's move on. So swearing isn't inherently bad. The important thing is knowing when to use it and when to hold back. Don't let it control you, but if you're standing in front of a bodybuilder who could probably crush you like a soda can, maybe now isn't the time to let your mouth run wild. You'll live to fight another day. You'll also live to avoid embarrassing yourself, which is pretty important. In the past, people still used curse words, but they tended to be a bit more refined, let's say. In modern society, swearing has become an integral part of our culture, especially in the U.S. Swearing typically comes in two main types. One is using extremely vulgar language that degrades the other person, often involving body parts. This kind of swearing is blunt, in your face, and can make the recipient feel immediately insulted. The second is attacking someone's family, especially their mother or grandparents. This is a common target in insults. Why is family the target? Well, family, particularly mothers, are sacred in many cultures. And when you go after someone's mom, you're not just insulting the person, they're questioning their entire lineage. This is one of the reasons why mother-related insults are some of the most powerful forms of verbal attacks, both in the U.S. and in other countries like China and Japan. In the U.S., swearing about someone's mother has become a staple in comedic arguments, especially when you throw out lines like, "Your mom is so dumb, she thought a quarterback was a refund." This kind of line might seem ridiculous, but it's meant to get a laugh, not to seriously insult someone. It's a way of breaking the tension, of using humor to get the point across. Still, if you're not careful, you could go too far, and that's when the problem starts. So, swearing in the U.S. isn't just about expressing anger. It's a tool for bonding, for lightening the mood, and sometimes it's just part of the fun. It's a way to vent, to relieve pressure, and to be honest about how you're feeling. But, like everything else, it's about moderation. Use it at the right time, and it's perfectly acceptable. Go overboard, and you can find yourself regretting it. In summary, swearing in the U.S. isn't just for show and rage. It's for connecting with people, easing the stress of the moment, and having a little fun. The key is knowing when to use it and when to dial it back. Because if you don't, you'll find yourself either in a situation you didn't want to be in, or worse, with a fist in your face.